Welcome back, everybody, to the Westlake Hornets Teambuilder Dynasty here on NCAA Football 14. As today, the 7-0 Westlake Hornets travel out to Eugene, Oregon for some Pac-12 conference play, taking on the 3-2 Oregon Ducks, who are currently tied for last in the conference with a 1-2 conference record, but they are a very solid team. Offensively, they are led by the Wen brothers, Lou Wen at quarterback and Cal Wen at tight end. They are nearly a foot apart in height, with Lou Wen standing at around 5'9", and Cal Wen standing at around 6'9". However, they both have very exciting skill sets and are two very intriguing players. The Ducks' defense is one of the worst in college football, but they've been missing their best player, defensive end Raydarius St. Montclair, for most of the season. He suffered an ankle injury back in Week 1 and has not returned until today. He is back in the lineup for Oregon. He is a projected top 5 pick in next year's NFL draft. Probably one of the best players other than Westlake defensive tackle Richard Rivers Jr. Let's get this one underway. Welcome to Autzen Stadium in Eugene, Oregon. 7-0 Westlake Hornets, 3-2 Oregon Ducks, battling it out in what should be a fun one. Westlake had an ugly win last week against Utah, but hey, a win is a win at the end of the day. Here's a good start for the Ducks. A nice run up the middle of the field on the first play from scrimmage. It's Steve Evans for a gain of 34. Westlake's defense is the reason why they won last week, and statistically, this is the best defensive unit in the country, which is crazy, considering 10 of the 11 starters are underclassmen. Evans loses 3 on the run. The true freshman, Lou Roy, brings him down. 3rd and 13, a screen for Evans. He's going to try to go to the outside, but is pushed down by safety Florentino Phoenix, only gaining 7. Gotta give Florentino Phoenix a lot of credit. He started the year off really slow, but he's been impressive these past few weeks. Had an interception of a win against Utah last week, and Westlake has it on offense. Anthony Cortez will be starting a quarterback today. The QB battle still going on, although I think Anthony Cortez is building his lead up pretty nicely. Good run there for 13 yards for the very explosive change of pace back, Matt Miller. Following play, AC3 going to scramble with it. He's under pressure, and he's going to be shoestring sacked for a loss of 8 by Desmond McIntyre. A nice play from a Duck pass rush, but you got to watch out for the left side of the field. Westlake left tackle Amir Logan's going to have a rough day going up against Raydarius St. Montclair, who, as I said, is really good. Nice reception here for the Heisman favorite, Isaiah Sparks. He gets 21. Sparks had probably his worst game of the year last week against Utah. Really struggled up until that fourth quarter, but he was able to pad his numbers and improve his standing in the Heisman race. Sparks with a nice play. He fumbles the football, but he recovers it. A very heads-up play from Isaiah Sparks, who has not fumbled it yet this season. That ball came clean out too, but Sparks was very quick to recover it. A heads-up play there from the senior running back, and Westlake will retain possession. Matt Miller's gotten more snaps than Isaiah Sparks today. That's kind of interesting. As here's Cortez connecting with the tight end Lamar Gallagher for a nice play. I've been impressed with Lamar Gallagher. I think he's had a pretty good year. Obviously, Westlake really has never used their tight end a ton in the offense, but Lamar Gallagher is a really good player. One of the best tight ends this team has ever had. Cortez now from around the 31-yard line, going to scramble to the left side, taking a shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Hornets. Cassius Troy with the score. He had a touchdown last week, and Westlake is on the board first. Cassius Troy really started this season off slow, but he's played a lot better these past few weeks. Westlake really has not had that true alpha receiver. All 4 top guys, Cassius Troy, Tegan Moon, Kadarius Franklin, and Mo Rogers, have had pretty equal stats on the season. Oregon has it back. Here's Lou Wen. He's going to scramble with it, and he fumbles the football. Gordon Waters, Key, the true freshman, forces the fumble, and it's picked up by Brandon Ralph. A huge turnover, and now Westlake will be starting with the football in enemy territory. What a play by Waters Key, who had probably his best game of his career last week, and the Hornets have it back. This will not count as one of Anthony Cortez III's drives. Obviously, in the QB battle, each quarterback gets a few drives. Whoever plays better plays for the rest of the game. Considering Westlake has such good field position, as I said, this one doesn't really count. Cassius Troy with a gain of 18, pushing the Hornets very close to the end zone. 1st and goal, short throw for Sparks. He cuts to the outside. Touchdown, Westlake. 2 passing touchdowns here in the first quarter for Anthony Cortez III, who's looked really good so far in this game. He's been precise and accurate, and it looks like this QB battle is continuing to trend his way. Certainly a big opportunity for CeCe Vaughn later in this game, but he's going to have to play well. Here's Lou Wen breaking off a tackle, but then he is pounded by Florentino Phoenix. Still a nice first down run, 2nd and 6. Russell Ingram Jr., the right end, gets fooled, and here goes Wen down the field, does not want to be tackled. Eventually brought down by Joe Lilly, but not before getting inside the 30. Wen, again, makes a nice move, but this time he loses 2. The redshirt freshman, Michael Hopkins, is the one who brings him down. 2nd and 12 now for the Ducks. 2:45 to go in quarter number 1. Westlake appears to be clicking early in this game, as Lou Wen is sacked on the play. The true freshman, Jabari Achabe, brings down the quarterback. What a season it has been for this young man. I mean, we had lofty expectations for Achabe this season, and he has passed all of them. 3rd and 17, Lou Wen gonna take a shot downfield, and it's broken up by Lou Burt's-Roy. He was trying to go deep. It looks like Oregon's gonna have to send the field goal unit out. This kick is far from a chip shot, actually a 55-yarder, and this one is absolutely drilled. Nearly perfect accuracy, and that one probably had the distance to go in from 65. A great kick there, putting Oregon on the board as it is now 14-3. Anthony Cortez will remain in the game for this drive. Then I imagine CeCe Vaughn will get a couple drives, and again, whoever plays better will remain the quarterback for the rest of the game. There's a nice run of 17 for Isaiah Sparks. Sparks has gotten off to a nice start today, particularly in the receiving game, which is certainly interesting. Obviously, he's not a big-time receiver. AC3 sacked on the play for a loss of 8. This time, it's Wayne Turner bringing down the quarterback. So Oregon is sending quite a little bit of pressure, even though Raydarius St. Montclair's been quiet so far. 2nd and 18, here's the freshman, Tazwell Hubbard, down the field for a Westlake touchdown. His first rushing score of his career. What a play from Tazwell Hubbard, who only usually gets a few touches per week, but he's had a nice year. This is his best run yet from 48 yards out, and Westlake puts up 21 points in the first quarter. Very impressive showing from the offense so far. Here's Steve Evans with a nice run of 15. Evans has had a nice game, even if really no one else on Oregon has. That'll do it for quarter number 1. Westlake is looking really good on offense today, and the offense struggled last week, so it's refreshing to see the offense playing well. Defensively, the Hornets look good as well. Oregon's already turned over the ball, and it seems like Westlake is really clicking so far here in Eugene. Second quarter underway. Going to start things off with a 3rd down, this one from 7 yards away. Lou Wen, under pressure, he will somehow escape past multiple defenders. It is brought down inside the 35. Nice gain of 23 yards for Lou Wen. Wen going to keep it on the option, but this time Russell Ingram Jr. is not fooled. That's going to be a loss of 3. Russell Ingram Jr. has probably been the only player on this defense who I would consider underwhelming so far this season, but still a very nice play from a redshirt sophomore. 3rd and 10 now for Oregon. Lou Wen going to look to throw it. He's had a nice day running it, but hasn't done a whole lot throwing it. The screen for Evans is a fail. Noel Payne drags him out of bounds, and Winston Johnson with a massive hit stake. You could debate that could have been an unnecessary roughness call. That was an awfully late hit from Winston Johnson. Oregon will drill another field goal. Again, that kick is an absolute beauty. This guy looks like he has an NFL leg. 21-6 is your score. As you can see, Utah beating Boise State currently 3-0. Slow start currently for Leo Uwangale, the top projected quarterback in the upcoming NFL draft for Boise State. CeCe Vaughn now gets an opportunity here on offense as on 3rd and 8. CeCe under pressure, and he's going to be chased down from behind. There's Raydarius St. Montclair getting to the quarterback. This kid has freakish athleticism. I think in most draft classes, he'd be the best defensive player, but because Richard Rivers Jr. is an absolute animal, he's not. So now on the punt. This one will bonk off of the punt returner's head. He does receive it, and he fumbles the ball. The fullback, JaFrederick Hill, is the one who forced the fumble, and it's picked up by Westlake. I believe that's Sheldon House. So Westlake now gets a major opportunity. Quarterback CeCe Vaughn gets a massive break after the 3-and-out, and he gets another chance. Vaughn on first down, hit as he throws. Again, that was Ray Darius St. Montclair at the pressure. Gets it to Tegan Moon for a nice gain of 21. And now it is 3rd and 8 here for the Hornets. 4 receivers set. It's Miller in the backfield. It seems like Matt Miller has really gotten a lot more snaps than Irving Porter, and it seems like Miller is the clear second running back. Kadarius Franklin with the short reception. He only gets 3. Unable to get the first down, and as you can see, we've got an injury on the field. CeCe Vaughn is hurt. If he is out for this game and doesn't get another opportunity to prove himself, this could be it for the quarterback battle as Anthony Cortez continues to do really well. 4th and 5, Zebediah Phoenix drills the field goal. That was right down the middle. Zebediah Phoenix has had a rough year, but he did go 3 for 3 last week. As you can see, number 1 Utah currently tied with number 6 Colorado. That's a big-time game in the Pac-12 conference. Obviously, UCLA, the only team ranked ahead of Westlake. UCLA has given the Hornets fits these past few seasons. Luckily, these two teams do not play in the regular season this year. Lou Wen is sacked for a loss of 3. Winston Johnson, the sophomore, gets to the quarterback. As you can see, Westlake back up by 3 possessions. It's 24-6. 3rd and 3, a strike into the hands of Charles Newberry for a gain of 21, an Oregon first down. The Ducks' offense has played better as this game has gone along, but they have not been able to find the end zone. 2nd and 7, it's a run up the middle, but Evans cuts to the right side and he loses a yard. Jabari Achabe brings him down. As you can see, CeCe Vaughn is a mild concussion. Good thing it's not a big injury, but he might be put in concussion protocol, and his day is done. So Anthony Cortez will get the rest of this game and really an opportunity to cement himself as the long-term starter. Lou Wen's pass on 3rd down is incomplete. Another field goal here for the Ducks. An opportunity for this kicker to go 3 for 3 in the first half. This kick a little bit more shaky. That one was nearly wide left, but it does go in. 24-9 now your scores. Colorado puts a touchdown on UCLA, and the Buffs are up entering the second quarter. If UCLA loses, I would imagine Westlake will move back up to number 1. Hornets back on offense. AC3 back under center, as he makes the wise decision to not toss it out to the running back. That could have been a bad turnover, but he does lose 2. 3rd and 10 now, 5 receivers set. The true freshman AC3 all alone in the backfield. He goes up the middle for Kadarius Franklin, who makes a nice first down, getting to around the 45-yard line for a gain of 21 yards. As this clock continues to tick here in the first half, just around 45 seconds left. Matt Miller with the handoff to the left side. What a move! Miller with a beautiful spin as he gets 14 yards. Westlake continuing to move it down the field, but this clock is ticking. Under 15 seconds to go. The Hornets don't seem to be worried about time at all. Sparks bounces off his blocker, gets 9. Westlake forced to call time with 7 seconds. They're going to run another play. This is smart because they do have another timeout, so they can afford to try to take a shot to the end zone, which they won't do. Instead, it's a short throw for Miller. He gets to the 10. Hornets do call their final timeout, and that sets up a chip shot 27-yard field goal for Zebediah Phoenix the second. He makes it, and that will conclude the first half. Westlake looking very good. They lead at 27-9. The defense has not let Oregon find the end zone. The offense is moving it really well. Although CeCe Vaughn is injured, AC3 is playing really well, and Zebediah Phoenix has made 5 field goals in a row dating back to last week. On to the second half. Here goes Miller. Down the field, tackled inside the 15. That is how you start the third quarter. A gain of 34 for Matt Miller, who has been awesome today. He's probably been better than Isaiah Sparks so far. With Sparks and Irving Porter both graduating next season, this is Matt Miller's backfield. I'm really excited to see what he does as the starter next year, with Tazewell Hubbard complimenting him. 2nd and 8, Sparks with a nice move inside the 5. And Westlake is getting awfully close to the end zone early in the second half. Sparks has had a nice game, though. A few nice catches. He has 58 rushing yards on only 7 carries. 1st and goal. Sparks gets the handoff. He will truck his way into the end zone for a Westlake touchdown. And this offense, coming off a bad game last week, is dominating right now. 34-9. Hornets lead by 25. Oregon trying to start the third quarter off well as Lou Wen, he is going to truck Big Tuna for the first down. Lou Wen is 5'9", and Richard Rivers Jr. is 6'11". Usually Big Tuna's winning that battle. Wen now connects with Houston. That pass was nearly intercepted. The corner tried to go for the ball rather than play for the receiver, and instead it's a first down for Derrick Houston. Now at the 10-yard line, there's Cal Wen in motion. He's been awfully quiet today. He has not caught a pass yet. As that pass is intercepted, Shenner Dabudka with the INT, his third of the year, and Westlake forces a turnover in the red zone. Once Oregon was going to finally score a touchdown, nope, it's picked off. What a season it's been for Shenner Dabudka, his third INT. That's his first interception that wasn't a pick six. And Westlake has it back. Irving Porter loses 3. He is stuffed by number 99, Ray Darius St. Montclair, who has had a nice game in his return back to the Oregon defense, although the Ducks defense hasn't really been a lot better than they've been the rest of the year. 3rd and long, Westlake is just going to try to run it with Isaiah Sparks. He only gets 5. The Ducks with a nice stop, and they will force a punt. And this time, but one time they do force a punt, they don't muff it, and now they have it back. 34-9 remains your score, under 2 minutes to go in the quarter. Wen is nearly sacked by Johnson, but instead he's brought down by the middle linebacker, Lou Burtz-Roy. The Ducks don't lose anything on that play, but it does still count as a sack. 2nd and 10. Wen hit as he throws. He somehow gets it to Hill, who goes up the middle for 20 yards. Marion Hill wrapped up by Phoenix. That was Brandon Ralph with the pressure and the QB hit. Following play, Lou Wen. It's a short throw. There's Cal Wen. About time he does something. He actually gets a nice move, trucking past Phoenix for a gain of 11 and an Oregon Duck first down. Time winding down here in quarter number 3. Will Oregon finally find the end zone? They've had many good drives today, but just have not been able to score a touchdown. Wen fumbles the ball. Another red zone turnover. Oregon was again so close to scoring, and they just don't. That is very unfortunate. Russell Ingram Jr. with the initial contact. Brandon Ralph is the one who forced the fumble, and it was Winston Johnson who recovers. That is 2 red zone turnovers today for the Ducks. 3 in total. And the actually 4 in total, excuse me. I forgot about the fumbled punt. As there's a nice play for Lamar Gallagher. He gets 21 yards. That'll conclude the third quarter. 34-9. Westlake is looking really good. AC3 has not thrown an incompletion today. The run game is great. The special teams has been great. The defense has forced 3 turnovers, not including the special teams one. 3rd and 4. AC3 going to start the fourth off with a big run down the sidelines. He slides it around the 30. We know Anthony Cortez III is mobile, but he has not had many big runs so far this season, and neither has CeCe Vaughn, believe it or not. But I think when one of these two guys, more likely than not Cortez, is the main QB next year, I think there's going to be more freedom and more opportunity to run. There's a gain of 16 on the screen for Matt Miller, who again has probably had his best game of his career today. He's been really good. Sparks with a nice cut. He has blocks and has the end zone. That's the hat trick. 3 touchdowns today for Isaiah Sparks. 2 on the ground, 1 on the air. His 21st all-purpose touchdown of the year. 19th rushing touchdown, and it is now 41-9. Westlake continuing to dominate. I'm surprised the Hornets haven't put in the backups yet. They still have all the starters in the game, which is a little bit surprising. Still around 5 minutes to go. Here's Lou Wen on first down with another nice run. The only thing Westlake's defense has not been able to stop has been Lou Wen's legs. But other than that, they've been great in the pass, obviously forcing plenty of turnovers. Following play, Wen looking to throw, and he's going to be sacked. Jabari Achabe with his 2nd of the game and his 11th of the year. Will Herring led college football last year in sacks, and he only had 10. Achabe has matched that total 8 games into the year, and Big Tuna is also, I believe, currently at 11 sacks as well. That pass incomplete on 3rd down. Now it is 4th down from around 12 yards out. Lou Wen looking to throw it. He will get a strike to his brother Cal Wen, who will score. Oregon finally finds the end zone on a 4th and 12. It's Cal Wen with the touchdown, breaking tackles on that play. Bad coverage by Winston Johnson, who still needs to improve in coverage, but he is a good pass rusher and run stopper. So Oregon makes it a little bit closer. I don't know why they didn't go for 2. They could have made it a 24-point game, which is technically a 3-score game. So that's odd. The onside kick is recovered by Westlake. Remember last week, Utah went for and recovered an onside kick. So I see Westlake practice that this week, and it pays off as Irving Porter picks it up. Hornets chewing some clock. 3.5 to go as AC3. This time he fumbles it on the option, but will dive on his fumble. Neither AC3 or CC Vaughn have fumbled it a lot, particularly on those option plays, which is good. That's probably the first mistake Anthony Cortez has made in this game, which is just showing how good he's been. Sparks cuts past the safety down the field, and he will back juke his way to the end zone. 35 yards for Sparks. He has 4 touchdowns today. And Isaiah Sparks, this is your Heisman favorite, ladies and gentlemen. I don't see anyone passing him. Virginia Tech has a running back who is close to him statistically. I think the Virginia Tech guy has more yards and a few less touchdowns. But VT isn't as good. That's how this game ends. 48-16, a dominant win today for Westlake. They looked a little bit flat last week, and this game they played really well. Offensively, the Hornets were great. Anthony Cortez was phenomenal. He did not throw an incompletion. He went 13 of 13, 2 passing touchdowns. Isaiah Sparks was great. Matt Miller was great. Tazwell Hubbard had a big run. On defense, the Hornets were phenomenal. An interception, 2 fumbles, and a fumble forced on special teams as well. The pass defense was really good. Oregon offense did not score until halfway through the 4th quarter, just like Utah's last week. Utah's offense did not score a touchdown until halfway through the 4th. So, as good as Westlake's defense was last year, they look even better this year with 10 underclassmen starting, which is unbelievable. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Make sure to like and subscribe. Next time, we've got a top 5 matchup. Westlake, who is now number 1 after UCLA's loss against Colorado, will be facing off against the number 5 ranked Washington Huskies. Should be a fun one. I'm out. Peace.